To hear this broadcast online, log on to drgnews.com. Now, with the pregame, here's Brian Oakland.
Well, on a very good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to a night of high school basketball. A little bit later than normal as we come to you from the Mountain Time Zone, where the Pierre Lady Governors have hit the road. And coming from Douglas High School, where the Douglas Lady Patriots will entertain the Lady Governors tonight. And your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Brian Oakland in for Rod Fisher tonight. Lady Governor basketball is being made possible by your sports marketing sponsors of Pierre High School Athletics, including Bank West, Beck Motors of Era Medical Group, the Dairy Queen Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC. And tonight's coverage of the Lady Govs also sponsored by Edgewood Senior Living, Oahe Federal Credit Union, TMA, and Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center by the Pitts Corporation, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Insurance and Real Estate, Lynn's Dakota Mart, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Offices, the Ramcota Hotel, Montana Dakota Utilities, Arby's Restaurant, and Wagner Auto. And tonight's game is brought to you within our broadcast by the Becky Pottseba State Farm Insurance Agency, Smith Plumbing, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Olson Plumbing, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office by Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Leiden & Associates, McDonald's, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Store, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Be sure to stay up to date with the scores of tonight's game at the end of each quarter break when we give you the Gales Gas scoreboard with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Well, the Lady Governors still continue their struggles to start this season. 0-8 now coming in, looking for their first victory. That off of a 67-46 loss at Mitchell on Thursday night, their only game last week. This is their first of two games coming up this week. Friday night they'll go to Yankton. And tonight, an opportunity maybe to get their first victory on paper, so to speak. But Douglas will come in with a record of 4-3. So certainly when you are still searching for your first win of the season this late in the season, there are no givens. And if the Lady Govs take anything for granted tonight, they'll probably walk out of here still looking for their first victory of the season. We'll see how it goes. We'll have conversations with both head coaches coming up. Dwayne Wentz of Douglas, and of course Scott DeBoer of the Pierre Lady Governors. But we'll have a little bit of time to look around the state and see how things are looking into this week ahead in Class AA. Both girls and boys will give you some upcoming action for Governor and Lady Governor athletics and other things to talk about in the world of AA basketball and other things coming up. That's when our Becky Pottseba pregame show begins in 2 minutes, sponsored by the Becky Pottseba State Farm Insurance Agency. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball.
When a coach understands a player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with the team at Pottseba State Farm Insurance. They know your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's, but like a great coach, they help you create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See your local team at Pottseba State Farm Insurance, 1315 East Wells in Pierre, or call 224-4173.
If your checking account earns little or no interest and charges you ATM fees galore, isn't it time for a new checking account? At Bank West, E-Plus checking customers earn a great interest rate and never pay ATM fees. Can your current checking account do that? Switching to E-Plus is easy. Visit us online at bankwest-sd.bank or work with a friendly staff at one of our convenient locations. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Hi, I am Slade Weller and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local peer and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with your future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up your initial free consultation.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. Brevin Kaiser is one of just a handful of athletes that were true stars in different sports. A 3-time All-State player in basketball and 2-time All-State football player, plus Player of the Year his senior season. Brevin Kaiser, truly one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Welcome back to Douglas High School on near the campus of the Ellsworth Air Force Base in Box Elder, South Dakota, just short of Rapid City. Glad to have you aboard. Brian Oakland once again to call play-by-play. Primetime Paul is back in studio. He will keep us up and running. We do have the live stream up and running on our River 92.7 YouTube channel. Subscribe to River 92.7 on youtube.com. And you'll be able to see as well as hear our broadcast tonight. And our broadcast originates from the Smith Plumbing broadcast booth up in the top level of the bleachers here in the Whitehead Gymnasium at Douglas High School. Our broadcast booth from Smith Plumbing. Let's listen to this from Smith Plumbing, and it's on with our pregame show.
Smith Plumbing is here for you and your family. You deserve better quality and customer service for your plumbing needs. So call us, 224-4770. Our family has been plumbing this area since 1961, so our name has been shared with experienced and trusted plumbing for nearly 60 years. Today, we're in our third generation, so we'll be here to take care of you now and in the future. Smith Plumbing is a name you know and trust for your plumbing needs, so call us today at 224-4770, and we'll take care of you.
And once again, thanks to Smith Plumbing for giving us a spot to sit here and broadcast from at Douglas High School and our Smith Plumbing broadcast booth. Our Potsdam pregame show begins with a look around AA basketball and things that are going on looking into this week ahead. Right now, as far as the girls' AA ranks are concerned, the Lady Governors do have some work to do. 0-8, and that kind of puts them near the bottom of the rankings, of course, in this day and age of the top 16, making it to a one-game postseason round before the state tournament. The Lady Govs want to get away from that 16 hole, certainly don't want to drop below 16, lest you end up missing the postseason altogether and an opportunity at advancing at the end of the regular season to the state tournaments. Pierre right now with their 0-8 record is in the 16 spot. Spearfish, who just has one victory, that happens to be over the Lady Governors in the second game of the season in double overtime, and also Sioux Falls Roosevelt, who is 0-9, are the two teams below the Lady Governors. Watertown is 0-9 as well. They're just ahead of Pierre in the 15 spot. Looking up from there, it's Huron at 2-7, Yankton 5-4, still back in the pack. Aberdeen Central, Douglas is right now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11th. Right now, and if the postseason were to begin tonight, Douglas would be heading to Sturgis, a familiar opponent who is the 6th seed. And ahead of Douglas in the 10 spot is Sioux Falls Lincoln. Rapid City Central at 9. Mitchell is at 8 off of their win to go 5-3 on the season over the Lady Govs on Thursday night. Then Brookings in the 7 spot. Sturgis at 7-2, we mentioned is 6. The top 5 from 5-4, 3-2-1 are Sioux Falls O'Gorman, Rapid City Stevens, Sioux Falls Washington, Brandon Valley, and the only unbeaten in Class AA, Harrisburg. And Harrisburg leads the ESD standings coming into this week with a 5-0 mark ahead of Brookings at 5-2. Brandon Valley 3-1, Mitchell 3-2, Yankton at 2-2 with Aberdeen Central at 1-2. Huron 1-3. The Lady Govs are 0-3 in conference. Of course, a non-conference game coming up tonight. And Watertown still winless in conference as well at 0-5. Round AA basketball, only one game featuring ESD teams. That is probably the best game in the state, though. Brandon Valley at 7-1 on the season. They are playing at 8-0 Harrisburg in that metro area. So a big game going there. Of course, everything else is non-conference with the Lady Govs playing here at Douglas. Mitchell is at Sioux Falls Lincoln tonight. Yankton is at O'Gorman. And Watertown playing at Aberdeen Roncalli, a Class A opponent there. Out here in the hills of Black Hills Conference, matchup has Spearfish playing at Hill City. Later in the week, another ESD game on Thursday when Harrisburg goes to Aberdeen. Should be a good one. Sioux Falls Lincoln plays at Brandon Valley. Brookings will host Sioux Falls Washington. Douglas will have their next matchup after tonight as they will host unbeaten Belle Fourche, which is a bit of a turnaround. They have a winless opponent tonight. They have an unbeaten opponent coming up on Thursday, but a Class A opponent at that. Then the Lady Govs back at it on Friday. They go to the other corner of the state when they take on the Yankton Gazelles at the Summit Center. That'll be here on River 92.7. Watertown will be at Mitchell, Huron at Aberdeen as well within the ESD. Out west, Sturgis will be at Spearfish, and then Rapid City Central and Stevens will host Sioux Falls O'Gorman and Sioux Falls Roosevelt on Friday and Saturday. And then also on Saturday, Huron hosts Sioux Falls Lincoln in a girls and boys doubleheader. In boys basketball this evening, coming into this week, I should say, Sioux Falls Lincoln is the top seed at 7-0. They're in a battle with winless Mitchell, however, right now. They lead 35-29 at half. I saw a score feed on that. So interesting game for those Patriots here this evening so far. Yankton's at 9-1 on the season, and in the second spot, Yankton's in a battle at Sioux Falls O'Gorman this evening. Rapid City Stevens is third. Brandon Valley and Huron are in the top 5, followed by O'Gorman, Sturgis, Watertown, Rapid City Central, and Harrisburg in the top 10. It'll be Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, and Washington 11-12. Then the Governors at 3-4, coming off of a last few seconds victory over Mitchell on Friday night, breaking a 4-game skid. The Governors are 3-4 and in the 13th spot in the top 18 in AA. Brookings and Aberdeen Central and Mitchell still winless at 0-8, but they're in the 16th spot, followed by Douglas and Spearfish, who are on the outside looking in. Yankton leading the ESD standings at 5-0 with their 9-1 overall mark. Brandon Valley and Huron are 3-1 in the ESD. Watertown at 3-2. Harrisburg 2-2. The Governors are 1-1. I would have them in 6th place, or a tie for 5th, so to speak, percentage-wise in conference. Brookings 2-5, and Aberdeen and Mitchell 0-3 and 0-4, rounding out the ESD standings. Tonight we mentioned Yankton is at O'Gorman, Harrisburg is at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, Mitchell hosting Sioux Falls Lincoln, putting up a pretty good fight. Douglas is at Rapid City Stevens tonight. The boys are in action for the Patriots as well. And Spearfish is at Hill City for that doubleheader there. Thursday night, the Govs will be back in action. They'll entertain the Sturgis Scoopers in a 7 o'clock tip-off on River 92.7. Rod will have the pregame at 6:30. Sioux Falls, Washington hosts Brookings on Thursday night. Then Friday, the Govs will be done for the week. I take that back. They have a game on Saturday, which we'll get to. Aberdeen is at Huron Friday, Mitchell at Watertown, Harrisburg at Sioux Falls, Washington, and then again the Rapid City Schools hosting Roosevelt and O'Gorman, girls and boys doubleheaders there. Sturgis and Spearfish playing a doubleheader as well. Saturday then, the Govs will have their second game of the week, and they go to Harrisburg for a 2:30 Central Time afternoon game here on River 92.7. Meanwhile, Lincoln is at Huron. Sioux Falls Christian goes up to Watertown. Christian is one of the better teams in Class A, and the Rapid City schools again hosting O'Gorman and Roosevelt. So that's the schedule of the week ahead in AA basketball. In the next week after tonight, the next Thursday, the Lady Govs will be back on the AM side at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and then the Governors on that Thursday night will host the Huron Tigers on River 92.7, and they will host the Yankton Bucks. And that's sophomore phenom that they have, Matthew Moores, next Saturday night. That'll be it's still a couple of Saturdays away, but that's just a quick look at what the Govs and Lady Govs have on the next couple of weeks. And, of course, all of the action is on your official home of the Governors and Lady Governors, your stations of the Dakota Radio Group. Sophomore game just came to an end. The Lady Governors defeating Douglas 45-32. Pierre also won the JV contest easily 44-10. So we'll see if they can pull off the sweep on the main floor here in the Whitehead Gymnasium at Douglas High School. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Our keys to success coming up next, sponsored by Olson Plumbing in Pierre. And we begin with a conversation with Scott DeBoer. After you hear this, this is Lady Governor Basketball.
Welcome to Lynn's Dakota Mart. Check out their selection in the meat, produce, and deli department, as well as the rest of the store. The freshest and best quality in the area. Don't see what you need? Just ask. Their friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For any gathering, large or small, Lynn's Dakota Mart is there for you. Special orders and requests, too. Smart grocery shopping takes a little TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart. Thrifty, local, and convenient.
Today, the average person spends more time researching their TV purchases than they spend researching their mortgage options. TVs are pretty complex, but have you ever tried to read a mortgage contract? Think about it. Shouldn't we be giving at least as much consideration to a 30-year loan as we do a 50-inch screen? At First Dakota, we believe that the more a home buyer knows, the better the home buying experience. Home loans from First Dakota National Bank. We love answering questions. Visit firstdakota.com. First Dakota is an equal opportunity lender.
My name is Tara Fisher, and I'm an attorney at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre. I grew up on a ranch in Montana, which taught me the value of hard work and perseverance. I put forward those values for my clients each and every day. Whether you have questions about family law, you want an estate plan, you need legal advice for a business transaction, or you need help in a criminal matter, I'm here. The May Adam Law Firm has served South Dakotans statewide since 1881. Call us at 224-8803 or visit our website, mayadam.net.
Sunday is a day of rest, so take the day off from the kitchen and let the Ramkota prepare breakfast. Bring the family to the Ramkota Sunday Buffet. You'll find a variety of hot, hearty breakfast items to start your day off right. The buffet begins with breakfast items at 8 a.m. Lunch items are added at 10:30. Seniors save $1 off the adult price on their buffet meals, too. The Sunday Buffet, served from 8 till 1:30 at the Ramkota River Center Cafe. And if you have guests coming, be sure to check out the Ramkota's Internet Room Specials.
Time for the keys to success. Scott DeBoer, the Lady Governor head coach, into Douglas, coach, a place that obviously people haven't really been to quite a bit. But let's go back to Thursday. You went to the Corn Palace, a place that many people are familiar with. But Mitchell, you played them pretty well first half, but they got a pretty good start later in that second half and just kind of ran away from you.
Yeah, I think it's a similar thing that we've tried to battle all year, is how consistent can we be, and are we able to value every minute or every possession that we play? Because we were right there. We had a few miscues defensively in the first quarter, but kind of righted the ship there in the end of the first quarter, or the second half of the first quarter and the second quarter, and then we just kind of hit a lull in the third quarter where we let them really hit their stride and make a run, and we just, a good team, again, we can't dig ourselves a hole. We're good enough to play with these teams. We just, our margin of error, like we've talked about all year, is not enough that we've got that kind of a cushion to bounce back from.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've had your struggles, but if this was a 16-minute game, I mean, you'd be right there with some of the best teams in the state, and maybe you got to split it into just two 16-minute games if you want to look at it that way.
Well, our emphasis today is going to be, and kind of has been, or at least the day of prep that we've had between the two, is we got to win 3 possession series. I mean, we've got to be able to win 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3 in a 3 possession series, so that we really boil it down to what's within our sights right now, or what we can control right now. And so, Douglas will be a good test for how disciplined we can play, because they play kind of reckless, and they like to play up and down and kind of fast and loose, and we've got to be quite the opposite, I think. If we want to use the tools that we have and be successful late in the year, we've got to be able to lock in for a whole possession and then do that consistently throughout the course of the game.
You've already played every other AA West River school, Sturgis, Spearfish, and the 2 Rapid City schools. What can you take from that as opposed to, is there any comparisons you can make with Douglas and those other 4 teams?
They're a little bit, they play like Central in terms of they like to get up and down the floor. But I think they're a little bit more reckless even than Rep City Central is. But they use it as an asset. Like we talked with our girls last night about, they'll use their kind of recklessness as an asset, and teams get careless and they throw errant passes, or defensively you lose sight of a kid, and then all of a sudden they're springing loose or cutting to the basket, or penetrating to the rim in transition. Those types of things that if you're not really sharp, you can give them some easy things, and and that's where they found success over the course of this season.
So maybe a good disciplined defense, and I don't know if just kind of in your face is what one of your keys to success becomes tonight. Maybe you can force them into some turnovers and get some easy transitions, perhaps.
I think so. And we've got we're always saying we want to take what we can get in transition, but we've obviously still got to be able to run our stuff offensively. If we're forced into a half-court game, we've got to be able to do that and do it effectively so we're not, again, getting caught staring down passes and letting them cheat us into steals where we're actually, have an intent to what we're doing and we're on the same page with the rest of the kids on the floor.
Not familiar with Douglas, I guess. What do they have inside? Can you get things done in the paint tonight?
I think so, if we're smart about how we get, again, if we can get a reversal or two, or, if we're not trying to force it in on the first pass of the possession, that a lot of things open up for us on the perimeter and inside. I think, hopefully you'll see some of that tonight.
All right, so maybe that contributes to some pretty good balance, hopefully, in the scoring column. What other keys to success do you have then?
I think, like you kind of mentioned, being disciplined for whole possessions, and then, like we alluded to in the first part of the conversation, being able to be consistent for 32 minutes. Can we show that we value the ball for 32 minutes, whether we're on offense or defense?
All right, let's go get it done, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Scott DeBoer with comments and keys to success in our broadcast, brought to you by Olson Plumbing in Pierre. And we'll step aside here from Olson Plumbing, and we speak with Dwayne Wentz, the head coach of the home team, the Douglas Lady Patriots, as our keys to success continue next on our broadcast of Lady Governor basketball.
Innovative features that are uniquely Moen. Styles unlike anyone else, and dependable faucets that last a lifetime. Year after year, that's the Moen promise, and it's backed by qualities that make Moen products durable, reliable, and beautiful. With Moen, you'll always find the perfect balance between styles you'll love and innovation you can live with. Experience Moen products at the showroom at Olson Plumbing, 2803 East Wells Avenue in Pierre. Olson Plumbing, exceptional products, extraordinary service. Call 224-6436.
All right, more keys to success with Dwayne Wentz, the head coach of the Douglas Lady Patriots. And Coach, so far on your season, you've had a few wins here, a few losses there. Red Cloud got you pretty good in your last game, but Lee Deadwood, you had a win last week as well. Some of these Black Hills Conference teams are pretty good matchups for you, but you got a Double-A team that's struggling coming into tonight. How you looking at things the way your season has gone so far?
We're happy with the way we started this season. We're happy right now that we're 4 wins and 3 losses. We've had some home games, which is also nice. We're a team that's kind of growing together. Scoring the basketball consistently has always been our challenge. Our girls have bought into the defensive system, and I feel like we play pretty good defense, and the girls play hard. Scoring consistently is what our Achilles heel has been. Pierre coming in tonight, everybody knows their record. I know they're a good basketball team. They've lost some close games. They have some good players. They play tough competition. And we're not overlooking anybody. Our record's 4-3 and theirs is 0-8, but they're a good basketball team, and we're not overlooking Pierre.
Well, and they've already played teams that you're very familiar with. Every other Double-A school out here that in the Black Hills, they've already played. So, I mean, you got something to compare to at least.
Yeah, a little bit. When Pierre goes to Spearfish and they go into double overtime, and that's at Spearfish. I know they've lost some close games. They lost a close game to Sturgis, and they played some good competition, and we're going to be ready to play tonight.
All right, so you talked about offense and defense. Your defense is coming around, and I think, I always feel like the offense will come if you can just keep working hard at it, but the defense is one thing that should always be a constant. Hopefully that's the case for your girls, too.
That's what we've been talking to them about in our last 3 or 4 years of basketball, and we feel like they're growing defensively, and they're getting better, and putting the basketball in the hole that keeps us competitive with the other teams. And when we can score some baskets, then we can make some good games.
All in all, it sounds like there's a lot of similarities between the two teams that we'll see tonight. What have you seen from Pierre on film so far?
I know Pierre's a good team. They have really good players. Their point guard's obviously a great player, and they have a good post player in Rath. And the other girls are good basketball players, and they play hard. So to coach against a team like that, we got to be solid on defense. We can't give up second and third shots, and we got to keep our turnovers down. And take care of the basketball, and hopefully our ball drops once in a while, because we have some pretty good shooters. We need to get on a roll and shoot more consistently.
Yeah, I think with keys to success, I mean, teams like both of these teams that we'll see tonight, it's just important to value possessions, and, you know, you don't have to get that early shot, but, you know, maybe use the time off the clock and just make sure you get the best look possible.
That's true. We need to take care of the basketball and not force stuff up early in the shot clock. And if we don't have something, set it up, and hopefully we'll get a good look. And if we continue to get good looks, and that's how well we move the basketball and how well we value the basketball, I think we'll be able to score some points.
All right. Any other keys to success for you tonight?
I think rebounding is going to be a key tonight. I think if we allow a bunch of second and third shots, I think we're going to be in trouble. And at the same time, if we can get to the boards and we can get ourselves some second and third shots, that's going to be a bonus. So whichever team plays harder, whichever team gets the bounce, I would say, more often than not, I think it's going to come out on top.
All right. Coach, appreciate your time. Thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
And our thanks to Dwayne Wentz, the head coach of the Douglas Lady Patriots. Comments and keys to success brought to you by Olson Plumbing in Pierre. Sounds like a coach who admits that, I think, in what we were talking about on paper, we could have a very evenly matched basketball game. We could have a team that gets hot. Could have, who knows, both teams get a little streaky tonight, both positive and or negatively. So we're not really sure what kind of a game we'll see tonight. That's why they play it, and that's why we are here to give it to you as well. Our pregame show will continue after another 2-minute timeout. Starting lineups are coming up next. You're listening to the Lady Governor pregame on River 92.7, drgnews.com, and yes, we do have the live stream up and running on YouTube. This is Lady Gov basketball.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right?
Yeah, right. And I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
Welcome back to Global Perspectives. Our guest is, how do you say it again?
Pierre Lemaitre-Croft.
And are you enjoying your visit to America?
Oh, oui. Yesterday I saw a thing of beauty.
A lovely lady.
Sacre bleu. This was no lady. This was a Franche deep at your Arby's restaurant.
Delicious Arby's roast beef and Swiss on a sub roll with hot au jus for dipping.
And now you can get 2 for 6 francs.
We use dollars here.
Vive la différence.
Arby's. We have the means.
Wagner Auto in Pierre is the one place to go for all your automotive needs. Need a vehicle? Wagner Auto has the region's largest selection with 7 new vehicle lines. Buick, GMC, Nissan, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, as well as over 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Or shop online anytime at WagnerAuto.com. Need service? Our exceptional service technicians are master-level trained and certified for the best deals in Central South Dakota. See why your friends and neighbors are driving vehicles from Wagner Auto in Pierre, making friends since 1907. Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre.
I was doing my devotions and I knew that I couldn't be alone much longer. And I was praying, Lord, what am I going to do? Because I don't know where to go. And there was an ad for Edgewood. I am very well taken care of and I enjoy it thoroughly. Oh gosh, I enjoy all the entertainment. I like the exercise. I like the food.
Call 494-3400. Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre. This is home.
Back in Douglas as we continue. Brian Oakman ready to go for play-by-play. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor basketball on KGFX FM River 92.7, the official home of the Governors and Lady Governors, and a member of the Dakota Radio Group. We are also online at drgnews.com with the live stream on YouTube on the River 92.7 channel, which all you have to do is just hit subscriptions and search for River 92.7, and you'll be able to see. After you subscribe, you'll be able to see as well as hear this game. Opportunity for the Lady Govs to get their first victory of the season, but Douglas looking to go with their looking for their 5th victory of the season just the same. Time now for the starting lineups in our pregame show, brought to you by Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre. And our Envirotech starters for the Lady Govs look like this, with Emily Michelson, the 5'6" senior, running the point. Kylie Kessler also in the backcourt, a 5'7" senior. Hallie Gronland is the senior small forward at 5'8", along with Hannah Lingle in the post at 6 feet. And the senior Mac Rath, the senior at 5'11", also playing inside, and boy, she loves to step outside and pop a 3 from time to time as well for the Lady Govs. With Michelson, Kessler, Gronland, Rath, and Lingle, we will also see the likes of Cody Severin, a 5'7" junior, Kenzie Gronland, a 5'11" sophomore, Remington Price, the 8th grader, at 5'4", and maybe Katie Williams as well, 5'10", and a sophomore, among others. For the Pierre Lady Governors, 0-8 on the season. Their head coach, Scott DeBoer, assistant coaches Tiffany Benham, Eamon Entwistle, and Jessica Bogue. Our Envirotech starters for Douglas come after you hear this from Envirotech in Pierre.
Got trash? One call takes all. With one call to Envirotech, you have easy setup, easy pickup, easy payment. Envirotech has you covered for construction, residential, commercial, or single-stream curbside recycling. Call Envirotech today, 224-4804, or order services and pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. One call takes all. Contact Envirotech.
Envirotech giving us the starting lineups this time for the home team, the Lady Patriots of Douglas High School, and they'll start with one guard, Nikkei Highhawk, who is a 5'7" junior. Also at guard is Jordan Tolliver, the senior leader probably on this team, at 5'8". And the senior forwards include Chantel Jones, 5'10", and a sophomore inside. Michaela Grimm is a 5'7" forward and a junior. And Jesslyn Jindra is a 5'10" senior in the middle as well. Just 2 seniors on this team, and Jindra and Tolliver, joined by juniors Highhawk and Grimm, and the sophomore in Chantel Jones. Off the bench, Douglas will bring Alyssa Sandoval Jimenez, who is a 5'11" junior, to play in the middle, and Lamara Castaneda is a 5'7" freshman guard off the bench, among others as well. For the 4-3 Douglas Patriots, their head coach is Dwayne Wentz, assisted by Chris Wyman, Mike Clark, and Olivia Condon. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre. We have another starting lineup to give to you. It is the naming of tonight's game officials, our Law on the Court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. Listen to this important message. We'll give you the guys in stripes when we return with more of our Lady Governor pregame.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division sponsoring our Law on the Court, licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball. Tonight's Law on the Court are Mike Kirkaby, Alan Schmaltz, and Brad Booth. Mike Kirkaby in particular has seen a lot of the Lady Governors lately, but again, Mike Kirkaby, Alan Schmaltz, and Brad Booth. Tonight's Law on the Court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. Our national anthem will be coming here in Douglas High School, and we'll be back after this 3-minute timeout to get closer to the opening tip here in Douglas. Girls basketball coming up.
The new year is a time for a start to new beginnings. Why not start your new year off right by getting a low-interest auto loan from Oahe Federal Credit Union? Get a new or used vehicle with rates starting at 3.19% APR. Rates vary depending on year and term of vehicle that you would like to purchase. Stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and see what Julia or Jameson can do for you.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
Good morning, TNA. This is John. May I help you?
At TMA, top-notch service begins the moment you call for an appointment. John at TMA believes in customer service and quality work. When you need tires repaired or replaced, TMA is the place to go. Just remember, if it's round, rubber, and rolls, it's at TMA. You can count on TMA for all of your automotive needs, from tires to mufflers to all automotive repairs. Call TMA at 224-6167, and your service begins with...
Good morning, TNA. This is John. May I help you?
Experience the difference with Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center in Pierre. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center is proud of their 5-star overall rating according to Medicare.org, the official regulatory body for nursing homes. Along with their 5-star care center, they provide short-term targeted rehabilitation services and skilled nursing care after illness or surgery. Our goal is to restore strength and confidence to get you to return to living the life you desire. Call 224-8628. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, your pathway to independence.
Push it, pull it, drag it to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. All month, we're giving you at least $2,000 for anything you trade in with an engine that's on 2, 3, or 4 wheels. We don't even care if it runs. Just trade it in at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre today, and we'll give you $2,000. Push, pull, drag. All month at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and go to gatewayflt.com. Nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal. Must purchase from dealer stocks. Some exclusions apply.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Hey, DQ fans, looking for a meal deal that's as yummy to your wallet as it is to your tummy? The DQ Chicken Strip Basket is loaded with 4 strips of 100% all white meat chicken tenderloin, crispy fries, Texas toast, and peppery country gravy for just $4.99. Sure, all those things are good on their own, but you put them together and you've got yourself a hunger-crushing basket full of DQ magic. Satisfy your craving for all this goodness with a DQ Chicken Strip Basket, just $4.99 only at your DQ.
Back again to Douglas High School as we get closer to the opening tip. Good to hear the voice of Kevin Phillips, who is the one of the PA announcers usually at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. He is here in Box Elder to get the festivities going here as well. I'm Brian Oakland, glad to be with you this evening. Primetime Paul in studio as well. A couple of scores that we're seeing in the Twitter feed. And boys basketball, Sioux Falls O'Gorman and Yankton are tied at 23. They are at the half. Mitchell and Sioux Falls Lincoln girls and boys games are through 3 quarters. The boys game in Mitchell has Lincoln leading, unbeaten Lincoln leading winless Mitchell by only 9 points after 3, 49-40. The girls game has the Lady Colonels leading the Lady Patriots 44-41. A couple of area scores. Highmore Herald in 281 conference play, and boys basketball fell to James Valley Christian in a good ball game, 63-61. Sully Buttes is home tonight hosting Timber Lake in regional basketball as well. The girls game goes to the Lady Chargers, 60-49. The boys game still going on. We've got a couple of other games on Dakota Radio Group stations as well. But our opening tip is up, and it's brought to you by Comtech in Pierre, Comtech Communications Services, and Douglas will win the opening tip as they will move from right to left. And Emily Michelson at the top of the key gets a quick reach-in foul, so that didn't take long. Emily picks up her first personal, and we're underway. Not even 10 seconds in before that first foul on the reach. Here in the lane, shot is up, no good on the running jump hook. It is Hannah Lingle down with a miss from Jordan Tolliver off the front of the rim. Lady Governors in road black with the green numbers and white trim head from left to right as you watch this one on our YouTube live stream, or just visualize it with our radio call as well. Nice pass. Michelson underneath finds Hannah Lingle open from bunny range, and she will start the Lady Govs with a 2-0 beginning. Is Hannah Lingle able to put that one in? Looked like somebody started drew the double coverage, and Emily Michelson was able to thread the needle and find Hannah Lingle onto the basket all alone. Now Douglas loses a pass out of bounds, unable to handle it. And we'll head the other way once again. Kylie Kessler to Lingle around the top of the key to the near side. Michelson puts a shoulder or a forearm in to the defender, and Jess Jindra goes to the floor. It's an offensive foul. And Emily Michelson already 1 full minute into this game has 2 personal fouls. Emily's had some good first halves of late. Teams have found out how to shut her down more so in the second half, however. Well, the Lady Govs have been shut down in several second halves of late as well. So it's not just Emily, but hopefully for Pierre, 32 full minutes coming. Baseline jumper is up, no good. Pulled down by Kylie Kessler. Nikkei Highhawk on the miss. Here's Kessler to Michelson on the right wing, still in there. Finds a spot, fall away, 3 ball is up, no good. Rath may have gotten away with an over-the-back foul, but she will be the last one to touch, and it'll go out of bounds. Michelson just had a little too much momentum going to her left, and shot kind of carried to her left as well, and missed it off the front of the rim. A turnover, takeaway by Hallie Gronlund. Lead pass up the floor, and Rath is able to finish. Nice pass ahead by Emily Michelson. But mishandling the basketball for the second time were the Douglas Patriots to set the Lady Govs up with their second field goal. Here's Highhawk for 3. Airballs everything as it is Tolliver trying to keep it alive. Saved into the hands of Rath, who on the floor gets it to Michelson. Emily comes to a stop, turns around, puts it up and in. So, Douglas 0 for 3 on the floor, off to a bit of a slow start. Pierre has a 6-0 lead as we begin. 5:35 to go, first quarter here at Douglas High School. Long 3 from the left corner is off the rim, off the backboard, and it'll find its way down from Jess Jindra. And Jindra puts Douglas on the board to cut into a 6-0 deficit, cutting it in half, now 6-3. Lady Govs in black. Rath, top of the key, tries to get it into Lingle, and somebody got a hand on that one. Off the backboard it goes, taken away by the Patriots. Long shot up, but missed by Tolliver. Rath has the rebound. The Lady Govs come with it again. Douglas doesn't waste a lot of time when they have an opportunity. They will try to get a shot up. Scott DeBoer called them, and I think in a good way, called them a reckless team, and they use that to their advantage. Here's a nice pass. Lingle from Emily Michelson. Puts it up and in. Emily's got 2 fouls so far, but she has 3 assists. Out of the 4 baskets that Pierre has scored, they lead 8-3. 4.5 minutes to go in the first. Here's Tolliver to the free throw line, Chantel Jones. They move it around now out to the right wing. 3 ball is up, in and out, no good. It is Hallie Gronlund with a rebound underneath. That's Michaela Grimm with the attempt. Just couldn't get that one to go. Michelson inside to Lingle. Up top, Gronlund, and they'll redirect. Michelson with an NBA range 3 ball. That's good. And the Lady Govs are off to a real nice start offensively. 11 points in the first half of the first quarter. Leading by 8. Tolliver sets it up on the point. They get it down around to the wing. Now inside Jones. Chantel triple teamed. Lost it, gets it back, and a high 3 that hits the basketball structure way up high, and the miss for Jindra. And that'll be an out-of-bounds call, and it'll go to the Lady Govs. Our first substitution, I believe, came in. And Kenzie Gronlund is on the floor for the Lady Govs, as Hannah Lingle is the first to exit stage left. Here comes Michelson. Split defenders, comes up short on the layup, and Douglas had 2 players down with a rebound. Jones comes out of there with it, and here comes Jindra. Through the front side, Jindra stops at the top of the key. Pass gets away, but picked up by Michaela Grimm. Now she'll go down to the post on a bounce pass to Chantel Jones. Grimm has it back, and they'll try to reset it again. 15 on the shot clock, and we have a tie-up on the floor, and the Lady Govs will have the possession arrow. So it'll be turnover number 3 for the Patriots. Just underway, girls basketball. The game of the night is Harrisburg and Brandon Valley, and the Tigers lead the Lynx 22-21 at the half. 1 loss between those 2 teams combined. There's a stop and a travel, the dragging of the pivot foot. by Kenzie Gronlund. We'll give it back to Douglas. Both teams with 3 giveaways now. Under 3 minutes we have left in the first quarter. Douglas at the Air Force Base. Mock Selder, South Dakota. Red, white, and blue, the Patriots, as you can imagine. Home white with blue numbers, red trim. Moving from our right to left. As they get it into High Hawk, now up top, and Jindra has some trouble with Kenzie Gronlund, but Kenzie will be called for the reach, and this will be the 3rd team foul for the Lady Governors, first personal for Gronlund. Patriots will inbound off the right side of the key as Jess Jindra will check out. And the first substitution for the Patriots is Lamara Castaneda, 5'7" freshman. Inbound from Tolliver finds Chantel Jones. Back underneath, Tolliver puts it up and in. A little give and go off of the inbound, and Jordan Tolliver has her first 2 points of the night. 11-5 our score. Breaks a little 5-point flurry by the Lady Govs. Here's Rath, fouled from behind by Jones on the high post. Taking the entry pass from Michelson. Chantel Jones, the first team foul called against Douglas. As Michelson gets it in, soft pass to Gronlund, but they'll get it up top. Kessler now through the legs of Michelson. That'll be out of bounds on the near side. Michelson may have got a finger on it, but I think that pass was interrupted by Nikkei Highhawk, who got a hand on the pass from Kessler. And the pass came a little low to Michelson, unable to handle it. So here's Castaneda against Kenzie Gronlund to the top of the key. Chantel Jones with it. Rath is on her way out top. Picks up the dribble and weaves it to Jordan Tolliver. Kessler defending her. Douglas having some trouble making some progress here, although Tolliver will drive and score and get fouled with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Rath defending, will be called for the foul. Nice little stop and go and a quick first step around the corner for Jordan Tolliver, who has her second field goal and a chance to put her 5th point down. Under 2 minutes to play. First quarter, first free throw of the night for either team will rattle in and out. It's no good. Kenzie Gronlund has the rebound for the Lady Govs. Quickly up the floor, Rath will get the finish. And another nice feed. Good job getting up the floor quickly for Pierre. The guy running the camera, that's me, almost couldn't keep up with that one. Tolliver hesitates and gets going again. Kicks it back out. Now Jones out to Castaneda, or rather Grimm with the pass. Castaneda no good from long range. Kessler with the rebound. Douglas 1 out of 5 from outside the arc. Here's Michelson with a penetration kick out. Now the Lady Govs swinging it around. Good ball movement here for Pierre. Michelson drives left baseline. She's reached in upon by Michaela Grimm. So the shot clock will reset. Pierre 13, Douglas 7 here in the first quarter. 1:17 to play. Grimm will check out, and Alyssa Sandoval Jimenez will check in for the first time for Douglas. Some size off the bench, the 5'11 junior. Rath picks up her dribble, now looking for Gronlund underneath. Throws a little too quick. Gronlund should have had it, but it's through her hands and out of bounds. Kenzie, knowing her like I do, would be the first to tell you she should have had that one. It was a good pass, but probably came to her a little quicker than she had expected. So Douglas has it back off of the 5th turnover here in the first period for the Lady Governors. Tolliver on the move. Jordan Tolliver does not pick up her dribble very easily or very often. She keeps that dribble alive, and that's a good sign of a good point guard. Pierre with another foul on the floor here. And it's Rath, I believe, with her second personal. So the 2 key players for the Lady Govs, Mac Rath and Emily Michelson, both with 2 personals in the first period. They will both check out here with 48 seconds to play. In the quarter, Remington Price is in for Michelson. Price, the 8th grader at 5'4". Hannah Lingle is back in post for post in place of Rath. And Douglas gets Jesslyn Jindra back in there as well. Pass gets away from her. Race to the ball. Won by Hallie Gronlund. Feed to Kenzie Gronlund, and the left-handed layup is up and in. There's some transition play for the Lady Govs. Then we were talking a little bit with Coach DeBoer about they'll take whatever they can get in transition, but they don't They don't often make a lot of opportunities for themselves. Here is Tolliver dancing around a defender and on the line. Now Price will get in for a steal. 5th turnover for Douglas. Price got away with a travel, but her pass underneath is stolen anyway by Jindra. So with 12 seconds left, shot clock off. Douglas can play for the last shot. Here's Nikkei Highhawk in the right corner. Back to Jindra. Up top is Sandoval. Jindra again launches a 3. Top of the key off the glass. It's no good. And our first period will come to an end. Good start for the Pierre Lady Governors. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, they lead the Douglas Patriots 15-7. Gales Gas Service in Pierre with the scoreboard. Let's pause for 60 seconds. Quarter number 2 is coming up next. This is Pierre Lady Governor basketball.
At Avera Health Plans, we know your ag business is vital to South Dakota, and affordable health insurance is essential to running that business. As your health insurance partner, we'll help to lighten the load of managing these expenses in an uncertain market. We're dedicated to rural health care with extensive preventative care services that are good for communities. We'll work with you to create a plan that's both affordable and effective, so your employees have the coverage they need when they need it. You don't have to wait. Call your agent or get a quote at averahealthplans.com/save.
New year, new to you. It's the Certified Pre-Owned Sales Event, and it's going on now at Beck Motor Company. With additional warranty, 2-year maintenance, and more, a built-in value of over $2,600. It's time to take a good look at a certified vehicle. Get 1.9 financing on most all, and we will double your down payment up to $500. www.beck-motors.com. Certified Pre-Owned. No worries.
Welcome back to Douglas High School. We'll go to the second quarter. Lady Governors unofficially shooting 7 out of 9 in that first quarter of play, and they lead 15-7. Douglas with the first possession of the quarter. Ball knocked away at the end of the Lady Gov bench. Douglas will inbound. And on the move into traffic goes Michaela Grimm, and she'll pick up a foul. A little out of control, a little reckless, as Coach Scott DeBoer described it a little bit in our pregame conversation, but effective enough to get to the free throw line. Hannah Lingle with her first personal foul. I was just looking on the scoreboard as Grimm hits the first of 2 free throws. I had Mac Rath for 2 fouls, but her number was still up on the board as only having 1. So that might be a bit of good news for the Lady Govs. Grimm hits 2 for 2 at the line. So Douglas scores first, and I apologize for those who didn't see that when looking at it on our live stream at YouTube. Michelson is back in to start the quarter. Cody Severin, the 5'7 junior, also in to start the second period with Lingle, Gronlund, and Gronlund. Here's Lingle outside. Severin spotting up for 3. Too much on that one, and out of bounds off of Hallie Gronlund. So it goes back to Douglas. There are no more unbeatens in Class AA girls basketball. Brandon Valley and Harrisburg went down to the wire. Brandon Valley defeats Harrisburg in Harrisburg tonight 41-40. So Harrisburg falls to 8-1. Brandon Valley improves to 8-1 on the season. Meanwhile, Douglas throws a pass out of bounds in the far corner. And Pierre will take over. Leading by 6, 15-9, very early in the second quarter, still in the first minute. Severin has it top of the key, comes to the near side. Gronlund lobs in to Lingle, and a foul is called from behind on Sandoval Jimenez for Douglas. Just the 3rd team foul for the Patriots. The Lady Govs have 6, so Douglas is in the bonus already the rest of the way in this first half. And the top-ranked Yankton Bucks in boys basketball trailing going to the fourth quarter at Sioux Falls O'Gorman, 39-35. Here inbounds, they find Michelson. Now Lingle to the right wing. Severin, they'll kick it back out. Gronlund will move with it, try to drive, and that was cleanly blocked by Michaela Grimm, and then trying to pick up the loose ball. Hannah Lingle is called for the loose ball foul, so she'll pick up her second personal. And we'll go to the other end where the Patriots get a 1-on-1 shooting opportunity from the stripe. 6:51 to go. A lot of time left here in this first half of play. This is Chantel Jones. One shot, the front end is good, and she'll earn another. That's her first point of the night. Douglas hanging tough against the Lady Govs, who shooting-wise have gotten off to a pretty good start tonight. Second free throw is also good. Douglas 4 out of 5, but they've hit their last 4 from the line. 15-11, Douglas with a 4-0 start to our second period. Michelson on the move, kicks out. Severin fires a 3. This one is good. Cody was too strong on her first one, but the second one is just fine. And Pierre leads by 7. Jordan Tolliver scoops down the lane, and the layup no good. That was a nice effort, but it would not go. And the rebound last touched by the Patriots as it'll go out of bounds. Pierre will quickly get it back. Kylie Kessler checks in for Hallie Gronlund, senior for the Lady Govs. Michelson across the timeline. Kenzie Gronlund still in there. Kessler, Severin up top. Back to Michelson, working against the freshman, Castelleda. Here's Gronlund in the lane. Off the glass, too strong. Tolliver with the rebound. Just 2 rebounds on the night unofficially for Douglas so far. Tolliver crosses over against Gronlund, picks up the dribble, kicks out. Chantel Jones on the move as Lingle runs over Tolliver on the screen play, but nothing happening. Now a 3-ball, no good for Jindra. Michelson down with a rebound, looking to beat everybody down the floor and loses the basketball out of bounds. I thought Douglas might have had a hand on that, but if they did, Emily's still the last to touch. And the Lady Govs will lose it for the 7th time tonight. So we continue. 18-11, 3-ball. Tolliver's up top. Got put to the floor on the block out, but we play on. Tolliver for 3. That is her 3rd field goal. She has 7 points. Now she's in front of a long pass looking for Severin. Knocking it away at the Douglas bench. Lingle will get a break. Mac Rath back in for Pierre, and the Lady Govs will inbound, although one of the officials talking about something at the scorer's table. Getting back at it as Severin looks to inbound. 18-14. Our score, 5:20 left to go in the first half. Pierre led 15-7 at the end of one, but Douglas has the advantage so far here in the second stanza. Gronlund on the right wing. It's around Jindra, and we have a whistle. And somehow the shot clock got reset. It says 29. But it never, well, they've taken 5 more seconds off of it. That last inbound play should have never had a reset shot clock. We're back at it. Michelson with it on the move. Kicks out. Kessler tries a 3. Off the mark, no good. Offensive board collected by Gronlund and gets it to Michelson, who drives but is fouled on the floor. First offensive rebound for either team tonight. Lamara Castaneda with her first personal. Team foul number 4. The Lady Govs will throw in from underneath, and now they can reset that shot clock off of the foul. Severin pushes it out to Gronlund, quickly to Kessler. Michelson to Rath. Now back to Emily. Long 3. Up. Good. Emily Michelson has her second 3-ball of the night, and they've both been from about 4 feet behind the 3-point arc. She's got some range. 21-14, the Lady Govs are back in front. Tolliver trying to create space against Gronlund. Puts one up, and now we've got a foul on the block out again. Tolliver gets the call this time, and they're going to say this is in the act of shooting. Tolliver put a wild shot up from the half circle. Gronlund has her second personal. Number 8 for the Lady Govs. And Tolliver hits the first of 2. Was wondering if that shot where the foul was on the shot or maybe on the block out, but the official ruled it was on the shot. We'll go along with that. By the way, thanks to the officials for doing what they do. It's a thankless job sometimes. They deserve our recognition, everybody. Second free throw, no good. Rath with a rebound. Michelson misses an easy layup on the left side. Tolliver comes down with a rebound, tries to split defenders, and trips over a Lady Gov on the floor, and somebody's in pain for the Lady Govs. And it's Cody Severin, I believe. Nope, it's Mac Rath. Tolliver, when she tripped on Rath, Rath got put to the floor maybe with a hard screen, but again, Tolliver Jordan Tolliver dribbles into traffic quite a bit, and there's a lot of things going on. And in this case, Rath got tripped up. We've had bodies on the floor several times. When Tolliver tripped over her, it looked like she came down right on Mac Rath's left shoulder. Mac is up. She's off the court. She'll get some attention from the trainer on site. And from the looks of things, she'll have a chance to come back in, although she's wincing a little bit when the trainer was working on a specific spot on her left shoulder. We're back at it. Mac is still in sight, so we'll watch that situation. 21-15, the Lady Govs lead by 6. We're halfway through, and now we've got another foul on a hard screen, but this time it is Lingle trying to run through the screen set by Jordan Tolliver. That's at least the third time that somebody's screen has ended up with at least one body on the floor, if not two. Lingle comes up with her third personal foul. Tolliver goes to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Can't get the front end, however. She's 1 for 4, and Lingle collects the rebound. And we'll have a reach foul that almost led to a carry or a travel by Emily Michelson, but Douglas will be ruled for their 5th team foul, and it is the second personal for Castaneda, the freshman off the bench. Kessler sets things up. Lob inside to Lingle. Kylie Thorpe checked in, by the way, for Mac Rath. Sophomore with it, tries to get it down to the corner to Kenzie Gronlund, but Tolliver will knock it away out of bounds. Thorpe, rather a junior. Seems like a sophomore because she missed all of last season. They grow up so fast. Now Thorpe looking for Lingle, and that one knocked away by Chantel Jones. Nikkei Highhawk will check in for Douglas. Jess Gindra, the senior, is out for a spell. And the Lady Govs will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Kylie Thorpe a little off the right side of the key, looking for Michelson. Emily has it in the corner. Tries to cross over on Highhawk, but couldn't keep her dribble in play. Gets rid of it to Kessler. Now swinging over to the far side. Thorpe comes this way to the top of the key. Hands off. Michelson for 3 is short and out of bounds. Emily rushed that one a little bit. She tends to do that sometimes. She is 2 for 4 from long range. 21-15. Pierre still leading by 6, but their scoring has slowed a bit here in the second period. Thorpe cuts in front of a baseline pass, takes the steal away. Michelson will walk it across the timeline. Gronlund in the corner. Lingle up. Might have got away with a travel. Got rid of it to Thorpe. Kylie Thorpe drives and then feeds back to Lingle, and the left side bunny is up and good. 23-15. Pierre with maybe their biggest lead of the night so far. Tolliver from the high post turns around. Set shot over the top of Michelson, or rather Kessler, is no good. Kylie has the rebound. And we head the other way, left to right. Gronlund looking for Kessler, open for 3, and Kylie's got it. Swish for Kylie Kessler, and a timeout will be called by the Douglas Patriots as Pierre opens up their first double-digit lead of the night. 2:33 to play, second quarter, 26-15. Timeouts in our broadcast are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. So grab yourself a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Lady Governor Basketball.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shuffle Buying Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Back in Box Elder, Pierre leading the Patriots 26-15 out of our first timeout. Coming back in is Mac Rath, who had to check out with a shoulder injury a little bit ago. Douglas with a nice move inside as Michaela Grimm gets the runner. And the baby hook up and in for her first field goal of the night. Pierre had scored again a few in a row. Here's Kessler on the move, but loses the dribble. Picked up by Grimm, and they head the other way, right to left. Grimm still with it. Layup a little wild, but interrupted by a foul just the same, and Grimm will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Boys basketball score in Oneida has Timberlake, 4th ranked in Class B, leading the defending Class B champions, Sully Buttes Chargers, 32-28. Good ball game going there. Grimm gets the roll on the first of 2. She'll get another one. The foul is called on Kylie Thorpe, her first personal. Pierre with 10 fouls, though, in this first half. Douglas shooting double bonus the rest of the way into the intermission. 2 for 2 for Michaela Grimm. She's got the last 4 on the board. 26-19 now, back to a 7-point lead for Pierre. Katie Williams, the 5'10 sophomore, in for the first time tonight. Michelson finds a spot, left elbow up, no good, and it's pulled down by Chantel Jones off of the miss. Here come the Patriots. Pace is quickening here. Rath goes against Tolliver and backs away from a would-be foul. Now Tolliver on the runner is up, no good, and goes over the top of Kylie Thorpe, who is in position for the rebound. Boy, Jordan Tolliver, 5'8 senior for Douglas. A fun player to watch. She just doesn't stop moving at all. Had that miss, but followed it. Just was a little too aggressive over the back of the rebounder. And Pierre has it back. Hallie Gronlund checking in for Mac Rath. Mac still feeling that shoulder injury. Sustained a few minutes ago off the clock. Now 1:15 to go, second period. Pierre by 7. Gronlund up top to Kessler, gets a quick first step and then is reached in upon, and this will put Pierre to the line for the first time tonight. Kessler on team foul number 7. This one, I believe, against Michaela Grimm, which will be her second. So Kessler will get a 1-and-1. Grimm out, Jindra back in for the Patriots. And suddenly they have 10 fouls on the board for Douglas too, but I think it is only 7. 2, 3, 4. I've only got 7 on my stat sheet. There they corrected it. So a 1-and-1 here for Pierre. 66 seconds left in the quarter. Front end for Kylie Kessler. 2 bounces, but it's off the rim, no good. And the rebound is down to Chantel Jones, and here come the Patriots again. Tolliver finds Highhawk in the corner. Her entry pass, though, is knocked away by Hallie Gronlund. And here come the Lady Govs. Katie Williams on the right wing. Near side finds Kessler, now Gronlund. Michelson still in there. Williams has it top of the key. Thorpe fakes the 3, puts it on the floor. Finds Kessler, and the Lady Govs will swing it around to the left side. 15 on the shot clock. Williams up to Hallie Gronlund. Thorpe, Michelson decides against the 3 in the corner, down to 7 to shoot. Kessler drives, scoop, right side reverse is up and in. Kylie Kessler. That's a move she always wants to make. It doesn't work out very often sometimes, but this one looks as sweet as can be. Her second field goal, rather. She has 5 points, 28-19. Tolliver into traffic, finds Jindra on the wing right in front of Coach DeBoer. Jindra gets it back, fires a 3 and hits. Castaneda with the assist, and that one just shy of the buzzer, and Douglas gets a good finish to the first half. Not a bad first half for either team, and on the Gales Gas scoreboard, it'll be the Lady Governors 28 and Douglas 22. Gales Gas Service with their budget plan and keep full service to keep you warm all season long. As we pause for 2 minutes on our halftime break coming up next. Our halftime sponsored by Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
If your checking account earns little or no interest and charges you ATM fees galore, isn't it time for a new checking account? At Bank West, E-Plus checking customers earn a great interest rate and never pay ATM fees. Can your current checking account do that? Switching to E-Plus is easy. Visit us online at bankwest-sd.bank or work with a friendly staff at one of our convenient locations. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Hi, I am Slade Weller and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local of Pierre and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with your future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up up your initial free consultation.
Welcome to Lynn's Dakota Mart. Check out their selection in the meat, produce, and deli department, as well as the rest of the store. The freshest and best quality in the area. Don't see what you need? Just ask. Their friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For any gathering, large or small, Lynn's Dakota Mart is there for you. Special orders and requests, too. Smart grocery shopping takes a little TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart. Thrifty, local, and convenient.
Since 1894, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. I'm Karen Authier, a financial advisor with Leiden & Associates, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. I remain true to the vision of always putting clients first. I'm ready to help you get where you want to be. Offices located in Northridge Plaza, Pierre, South Dakota. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to Douglas High School, Box Elder, South Dakota. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play, and we are at the half. Our Leiden & Associates Ameriprise Financial halftime break commences. The Lady Governors lead Douglas 28-22, although they were outscored 15-13 in that second quarter. They led after one, 15-7. Live stream up and running. It's on YouTube and the River 92.7 channel. So far, a pretty good game for the Lady Governors. The stats in this one, Pierre shooting the ball quite well. 7 of 9 actually in the first quarter, 5 of 11 in the second, still above 50%. Let's call it 60% at 12 out of 20 overall, and they're 4 of 8 from long range. They've missed their only free throw attempt of the night, however, and 6 players have already scored for Pierre, including Emily Michelson, who leads the way with 8, and she has a couple of three-pointers as well. Hannah Lingle has 3 bunnies so far. Mac Rath. Let's go with Kylie Kessler next with 5 points, then Rath with 4. And again, Rath had a little bit of a shoulder injury after she was fallen on in that first half. Came back in, but didn't last long, and hopefully Mac will be ready to go again in the second half. Meanwhile, Cody Severin with a three-pointer, and it is Kenzie Gronlund with 2 points for the Lady Govs and a total of 28 on the board. For the Douglas Patriots, off of a 3 of 11 first quarter, 3 for 7 in the second, gives them 6 of 18 on the first half, 3 out of 9 from long range, and 7 of 10. They've gotten to the free throw line, and they've done a pretty good job, 7 of 10 so far in the first half of play. In fact, outscoring Pierce 7-0 from the free throw line. Douglas is led by Jordan Tolliver, matching Emily Michelson with 8 points for game-high honors in the first half. Jess Gindra, who hit the three-pointer to close out the half, her second of the game, has 6 points. Michaela Grimm with 4, Nikkei Highhawk and Chantel Jones with 2 apiece. All the scoring for the Patriots in the from the starting 5. Pierre controlling the boards 12-5 and the rebounding advantage overall, and they have the only offensive rebound of the first half. Both teams have turned the ball over 8 times, though, so when we talk about valuing possessions, which we did with both head coaches, I think both head coaches would like to see a few fewer turnovers, I think especially for the Lady Govs, because they've shot the ball well enough to have a sizable lead, but they have given away 8 possessions so far. And again, Douglas's free throw shooting is a key stat in this one as well. Pierre does have 9 assists, 5 of which come from Emily Michelson. That's a good job in the passing game to set up some open looks. Douglas has 3 assists themselves. 28-22, the 0-8 Pierre Lady Governors with a 6-point lead here at the half. Our Leiden Associates halftime break continues after another 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor basketball.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. Jeb and Key set a record the most Governor wrestlers will fall short of. Keys graduated as the all-time leading winner in Governor wrestling history and won 2 state back-to-back championships. His 218 wins also is a Governor wrestling record. Jeb and Keys, truly one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Some banks proudly offer mortgage approvals in less than 8 minutes. 8 minutes for one of the largest purchases of your life. Doesn't leave much time for questions, does it? Think about it. Who really benefits from a speedy mortgage process? You or the lender? At First Dakota, we can't promise you an 8-minute mortgage, but we will promise you a thoughtful and transparent home buying experience. Home loans from First Dakota National Bank. Take all the time you need. Visit firstdakota.com. First Dakota is an equal opportunity lender.
My name is Tara Fisher, and I'm an attorney at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre. I grew up on a ranch in Montana, which taught me the value of hard work and perseverance. I put forward those values for my clients each and every day. Whether you have questions about family law, you want an estate plan, you need legal advice for a business transaction, or you need help in a criminal matter, I'm here. The May Adam Law Firm has served South Dakotans statewide since 1881. Call us at 224-8803 or visit our website, mayadam.net.
The River Center Cafe, located inside the Ramkota Hotel in Pierre, has been delighting taste buds for years. Whether you want breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the River Center Cafe is the place to go. They're now featuring a new menu with delicious new entrees, as well as favorites like the Hawaiian chicken salad. The Ramkota Hotel is remodeling and has a fresh new look. They invite you to stop by and see the progress. It's been the gathering place for years. The River Center Cafe, located inside the Ramkota Hotel in Pierre. Remember them for meeting space for large or small groups.
Back at Douglas High School, Pierre 28, Douglas 22, as the Lady Govs continue to search for their first victory of the season. Haven't had a lot of halftime leads so far this year, but they do have a 6-point advantage here at Douglas so far tonight. Got some good scores coming in here. Once again, Brandon Valley and girls basketball hands Harrisburg their first loss of the season tonight, 41-40. And I tell you what, that could very well be a state championship preview. And that's how tightly contested that first meeting of the season was between those two teams in the metro area, and we'll maybe look for bigger and better things later on as well. Sioux Falls Lincoln came from behind, defeated Mitchell 55-51 in girls basketball as well. Sioux Falls O'Gorman has handed Yankton's boys their second loss of the season by that same score, 55-51, and Sioux Falls Lincoln was leading Mitchell 49-40 at the end of 3 quarters of play. We mentioned Highmore Herald's boys fell at the 281 conference in Huron by 2 to James Valley Christian. I think that was in the semifinals of the 281 conference. Sully Butte's girls have defeated Timber Lake tonight. The boys game is underway. Timber Lake at the half was leading 32-28. Upcoming action here, let's talk about Governor and Lady Governor basketball real quick. Our next Governor broadcast will be Thursday night in this week ahead, as they'll be at home hosting the Sturgis Scoopers. Sturgis 7-2, the Governors 3-4. Rod Fisher's pregame will be at 6:30, and tip-off at 7 o'clock here on River 92.7 Thursday night. Then the Lady Govs are back on River 92.7 again on Friday when they go to Yankton to take on the Gazelles, another 7 o'clock tip-off there. And then it's the Governor's turn up to Harrisburg. They go. And Rod Fisher with a little overnight trip coming up, and on this weekend, as it'll be Pierre at Harrisburg, 2:30 again on Saturday. That'll be the afternoon tip-off time at 2:30. Rod's pregame at 2 o'clock here on River 92.7. On KGFX AM, we do have Pierre Governor Wrestling, not one but 2 duels scheduled this coming Friday, as well as a regular scheduled duel, as Pierre would go up against Brandon Valley, but they're going to make up their duel with Watertown that was supposed to be done in Watertown to begin the season as well. And we'll be on the air at 5:40 on KGFX Friday night. Pierre duels Watertown first. Actually, is it Brandon Valley first at 6 o'clock, and then that'll be followed by Pierre and Watertown. And if Pierre can get through both of those, I think they've got the odds-on inside track to an ESD championship. So that'll be a big night for Governor Wrestling on Friday night. We'll have both duels again on KGFX AM, and of course the East-West duels coming up with Watertown and Brandon Valley joining the Governors from the east, and Rapid City Central, Rapid City Stevens, and Sturgis from the west. A big day, a big weekend of wrestling coming to Riggs High Gym in Pierre this weekend. Here we go, second half. Second half throw-in like the opening tip, sponsored by Comtech Communication Services in Pierre. The Lady Govs have the first possession. Penetration by Michelson, kicks out, and the corner 3 is no good by Kessler. Kept alive by Hallie Gronlund underneath. As we get going here into the second half, now a steal for Jess Gindra. Up the floor, she'll stop on the left block and put a shot up, no good. Hallie Gronlund with another rebound. So off and running we are here in this second half of play. The Lady Govs now moving from right to left in road black tonight, leading 28-22. Our halftime score still intact, 40 seconds into the third period. Feed pass into Hannah Lingle, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Lingle. Boy, Hannah Lingle's had a tough night tonight. She's worked hard. This call could have been maybe it was just a delayed call, but Hannah lowers the shoulder. She was just trying to clear some space. We've really seen that from both teams tonight. Both teams and their ball handlers are trying to clear some space out. Jordan Tolliver does a good job of doing that for Douglas. Douglas has it. They're starting five out there with Tolliver, with Chantel Jones with the basketball. Stops a dribble, top of the key. Finds Tolliver in the lane. Now the cutter, Michaela Grimm. Good defense by Lingle this time, and Tolliver with a second opportunity. Lingle will get up high, and Hannah Lingle will clear space again after an offensive rebound, and Lingle has just fouled out of the basketball game. Wow. I'll tell you what, Hannah Lingle just not getting away with anything here. She fouls out with 6 points, and we have 6:43 left in the ball game. Hannah's just playing a physical game. Might be able to falter a little bit, but I'll tell you what, that's a physical 5 fouls, and there's a lot of other physical play in this game that's being let go, but not where Hannah Lingle is concerned. Kenzie Gronlund checks in. Here's a kick-out pass in the corner. 3-ball Michaela Grimm is no good. Jess Gindra pulls down an offensive rebound, the first of the night for the Patriots. But now Emily Michelson steals on the far side. One-on-one over the top of Nikkei Highhawk. And Michelson will score the 2. 30-22, that's the first points of the second half. Almost 2 minutes in, and Douglas with a push pass up the floor leads Highhawk too far, and it's out of bounds at the Douglas bench. So the Lady Govs will get it back once again, leading 30-22. And across the timeline come the Lady Govs, but a soft pass tipped and taken away by the Patriots. Tolliver feeds in the lane. Gronlund catching up will commit the foul to negate an easy bunny, but Michaela Grimm will go to the free throw line, and Kenzie Gronlund will pick up her 3rd personal foul. So with Hannah Lingle already fouling out, Gronlund has 3. Emily Michelson had 2 fouls in the first minute of this basketball game, but hasn't had any more since. Grimm shoots and hits the first of 2. She'll throw another one up, and that one is also good. Douglas, a good shooting free throw team. They're 9 out of 12 now, 75% in the ball game, and the Lady Govs have not gotten to the line but once tonight. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Here's Michelson to Gronlund, does a nice job coming to get it. Hallie now to Kenzie. Now up top, Kylie Kessler. Hallie, left side, drives, no contact apparently. Shot is blocked, taken away by Jones. And here come the Patriots, trailing by 6, looking to cut into that deficit. Since the start of this ball game, Tolliver is triple teamed underneath, and we have a foul called. Yes, we do. It is on Pierre on the reach. Well, the official closest to that play did not call anything, but as it is, it's Hallie Gronlund with a reach this time, her first personal. Douglas inbounds. They kick it outside. Gindra will leave it. Now a 3 for Grimm is up off the front of the rim from the top of the key, and Tolliver had a one-armed rebound, but then put it on the floor and dribbles it off the foot of one of the Lady Govs. It'll trickle out of bounds, and Douglas will get to keep. So the Patriots working it inside again underneath, low left block. Tolliver kicks it out to the wing. Now Gindra brings it up top again. Tolliver with it, working against Hallie Gronlund. Plenty of time to shoot, but she'll put the floater up off the glass, no good. Loose ball's on the floor. It'll be a tie-up, and it'll stay with the Patriots. And again, Jordan Tolliver is all over the floor. Wherever the ball is, that's usually where you'll find Jordan Tolliver of the Patriots. 4:43 to go. We're in the third. Early second half, 30-24. Pierre by 6, which was their halftime lead. Highhawk tries a Layup from a ways away from the basket, no good. Kessler with the rebound. Pierre across the timeline. Now underneath, and Gronlund got pushed from behind, and she'll go to the free throw line. Nice feed by Emily Michelson. Pierre also had Cody Severin all alone out on the left wing. Severin has snuck into the game for the first time in the second half as well. Mac Rath, as I realize now, has not started this second half of play. Again, she had Jordan Tolliver fall down on Mac Rath's left shoulder in that first half. I don't even see Mac on the bench right now, so she might be getting some treatment for that, and hopefully she's still on premises. Gronlund hit the first one, a chance for two, and she's got that one as well. Kenzie's got 4 points off the bench, and the Lady Govs lead 32-24. 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. Step up three. This is Lamara Castaneda, as she will plant one home from the left corner. The lead is down to 5. Michelson looks for 2. Into traffic. The layup is no good left side. Tolliver with a rebound. Here come the Patriots again. Lady Govs maybe a little impatient on that possession. Kessler, chance to take one away, and then she falls into Alyssa Sandoval Jimenez, who is checked in. She had picked up the loose ball. Kessler with an accidental foul this time. That's just her first, but the Lady Govs already with 5 team fouls here in the first 4 minutes of the second half. Douglas spent some time, some quality time at the free throw line in the first half. Here's a lot of, oh my goodness. Again, that's a frustration, oh my goodness, here from a Lady Govs fan, but just a loose ball. Jordan Tolliver got away with from it. And in getting back to it, got bumped by Cody Severin. So Cody gets a foul. That is her first, but 6 for the Lady Govs now as a Lady Gov defender ends up on the floor. Tolliver feeds to Alyssa Sandoval Jimenez, who will put it up and in. Douglas is as close at 3 points as they've been all night long. Severin wants to double that, and she has it. Cody Severin, big three-pointer on the left side. Let's see, Lady Govs back up by 6 at 35-29. Tolliver puts Severin to the floor. Now Tolliver tries to sell another one as she hits a jumper. Man, I tell you what, I wish I had a nickel for every time somebody was on the floor in this game. Michelson stops and goes, 35-31 it should be. They haven't put that point, that basket on the board. Now we've got to stop and pivot foot drag travel for Severin. For some reason, the clock was still running as well while they were inbounding. So we are under 3 minutes to go. Tolliver goes against Severin again, throws a wild one up off the back of the rim, no good. Ricochets to Chantel Jones. Douglas still with it. Here's another whistle. Tolliver peeling herself up off the floor. Foul is on 2-3 Gronlund. Hallie's second, but lo and behold, already 7 for Pierre in the second half, and Douglas is at the free throw line again. Jordan Tolliver has had her struggles from this spot tonight. She misses the front end here, and Pierre in position for the rebound, and they're fouled over the back. As Kenzie Gronlund has to get up off the floor. This is the thing what Scott DeBoer described when he said it's a reckless kind of an offense for Douglas. What they really are doing is they're doing a good job of getting to the free throw line in that style of play. If you're a step or even a half a step late, you're going to be reaching in a lot, and that's kind of what Pierre has gotten themselves into, some deep foul trouble early in the second half. Here's a nice feed. Gronlund inside. Kylie Kessler for 2. Tack on a foul and a chance at a three-point play. Kenzie Gronlund from the right corner. Kylie Kessler on the cut down the lane. Puts the layup home. The foul goes to Chantel Jones, which the board says is her first, even though my stat sheet already had one. Hallie Gronlund will check out. Katie Williams will come in for Pierre. And Kylie Kessler with a chance at one shot from the line, and it's good. Kylie playing a good game. 8 points now. 38-31. The lead is to 7 again for the Lady Governors. I don't believe the Lady Govs have trailed in this game. Here's a three for Gindra. Rainmaker from the corner is no good. Michelson's up high for the rebound on the backside. And Emily quickly up the floor, feeds Kessler, comes back into the middle of the lane, tries to get a little hook shot to go. I think she had an easy left side attempt, but she put it on the floor and drew the contact anyway. So a foul here for Douglas. And it is number 3 for Lamara Castaneda. We're going to have a timeout called on the floor before Kylie Kessler gets 2 free throws. 2:04 left in the third. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Grab a Coke and be back after this 30-second timeout. This is Lady Governor basketball.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right?
Yeah, right. And I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground
Oh, you can
utility
go
lines
one more.
marked for free.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
Welcome back to Global Perspectives. Our guest is, how do you say it again?
Pierre the Meatcraft.
And are you enjoying your visit to America?
Oh, oui. Yesterday I saw a thing of beauty.
A lovely lady.
Sacre bleu. This was no lady. This was a French deep at your Arby's restaurant.
Delicious Arby's roast beef and Swiss on a sub roll with hot au jus for dipping.
And now you can get 2 for 6 francs.
We use dollars here.
Vive la différence.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Back in box Elder, 38-31 with Kylie Kessler at the free throw line. Lady Govs lead by 7 as Kessler's first of 2 rattles in and out, no good. Good game going on in Oneida boys basketball tonight. The defending champion Sully Buttes trailing 52-51, over 3 minutes left in that game yet. So the last year's consolation State B champion, Timberlake Panthers. Timberlake up 52-51. Kessler gets the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Katie Williams interrupting a baseline pass, knocks it out of bounds. Pierre leading by 8 here, 39-31. Of course, the Lady Govs still looking for their first victory of the season, but we've still got most of 10 minutes to go in this basketball game. 2 minutes left in the third. As we count down, Gindra to Nikkei Highhawk. Williams almost got that one away. Now Highhawk looking for Tolliver, and Kessler was in the way there, but Tolliver comes away with it. 14 on the shot clock, and Douglas is resetting out at center circle. Gindra down to the right wing. Highhawk inside Tolliver. Keeps the dribble alive, an awkward scoop, and it's up, and it's off the mark, no good. Kessler comes out of there with it. Lady Govs want to run, and up the floor. Williams just got run up on the backside, but misses the layup short. Rebound is down to Douglas, and here they come again. Tolliver keeps that dribble alive, and you just nudges a shoulder into defenders softly enough to create space. Shot up no good. Highhawk kept it alive. Gindra tries a 3 and misses everything. So Lady Govs will get it back again. And Pierre still leading by 8 at 39-31. 60 seconds to play here in the third quarter. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor basketball, and your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, your official voice of Pierre Governor Athletics, River 92.7, KGFX FM Pierre, a member of the Dakota Radio Group, online, drgnews.com, and the live stream up and running on YouTube. Thanks to all of those who have joined us through that medium. Kylie Kessler fouled in the act of shooting under the basket. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Had a 1-for-2 trip a moment ago as a miss on the first one here. She's missed one, made one, missed one, made one, now missed one. This one probably, if the pattern persists, will fall through, and it's a proven fact. 40-31. 3 for 6 for Kessler, who has 9 points on the night. Highhawk, quick fire 3, and it's a line drive hit. Nikkei Highhawk with her first basket of the night. 9-point deficit cut back to 6 for the Patriots, 40-34. 30 seconds left. Kessler puts Highhawk to the floor, finds Severin. Now back to Kessler, baseline pass. Gronlund out to Michelson. First shot attempt of the second half from long range. Rims in and out, no good. Chantel Jones with a rebound. Shot clock is off. Douglas closed out the second period with a three-pointer. We'll see if they close out the third period with a field goal. Jindra has it in the corner. Castaneda, High Hawk, far side, down low. Jones is good from 5 feet out. Nice job in ball movement. Chantel Jones gets the finish, and our third period comes to an end. And on the Gales Gas scoreboard, still anybody's ball game. Lady Governors lead 40-36 over Douglas. Gales Gas Service with the scoreboard in Pierre. We pause for 60 seconds in quarter number 4. Coming up next, can the Lady Govs get their first victory of the season? We'll find out. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball.
Wegner Auto in Pierre is the one place to go for all your automotive needs. Need a vehicle? Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with 7 new vehicle lines. Buick, GMC, Nissan, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, as well as over 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Or shop online anytime at WegnerAuto.com. Need service? Our exceptional service technicians are master-level trained and certified for the best deals in Central South Dakota. See why your friends and neighbors are driving vehicles from Wegner Auto in Pierre, making friends since 1907. Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre.
I was doing my devotions and I knew that I couldn't be alone much longer. And I was praying, Lord, what am I going to do? Because I don't know where to go. And there was the ad for Edgewood. I am very well taken care of and I enjoy it thoroughly. Oh gosh, I enjoy all the entertainment. I like the exercise. I like the food.
Call 494-3400. Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre. This is home.
Welcome back at Douglas High School in Box Elder. We go to the fourth quarter. Pierce starting the quarter on the possession. Moving from right to left. Into the lane goes Cody Severin. Finds Hallie Gronlund. Now Katie Williams up top with Emily Michelson and Kylie Kessler to start the quarter. Again, no Mac Rath here in the second half. Out of the game with a shoulder injury. Nice drive here from Hallie Gronlund, but her runner will rim in and out no good. Rebound is down to the Patriots. Pierre has led throughout this one, but they'll have to protect the lead and keep scoring a little bit here as we get through the fourth quarter. Cody Severin with a tip and a takeaway, though. Turnover number 10 for Douglas. On the move, Michelson cannot get it to go, but she will go to the free throw line. Nikkei Highhawk with a blocking foul. It almost looked as that official was ready to call an offensive foul, but position was not gained by Nikkei Highhawk, who picks up her first personal. That is team foul number 6 for Douglas, but in the act of shooting, Michelson gets her first point of the second half. Take that back, her 11th point of the game, her third point of the second half, and her 4th point for number 12 as well. Pierre has spent most of this game in the area of a 6 to 7, maybe a 9-point lead here and there, but they've just been able to keep Douglas at an arm's length. Here's Tolliver between defenders, misses one layup, missed another one, but it's kept alive. Now a third opportunity will not go here for Highhawk. And Pierre gets the rebound, and Kessler is fouled, so we'll go to the other end. Jordan Tolliver called for this one. That is her second. Pierre with a chance to add to a 6-point lead. It's a 1-and-1 this time for Kylie Kessler. 42-36. Still a lot of time to go. Just a minute gone by. And some change here in the fourth quarter. Kessler gets the front end, so she'll earn another one. And another one here for the senior is up and good. Kylie Kessler now starting to spend some quality time at the line. This hit 5 out of 8 from the stripe. And she has a dozen points. 44-36, Pierre by 8. Loose ball through the hands of Chantel Jones, picked up by Hallie Gronlund. She'll get it to Michelson, faster than everybody down the floor. Dumps it off, though. Kessler misses from short range. Severin keeps it alive, and the kick out is good with Emily Michelson draining the three. Here comes Tolliver through defenders. Michelson picks her pocket. Emily the other way is fouled. The shot falls, but I think the foul, even though Scott DeBoer wants the count, wants it to count, but I don't think it will. I think she was fouled well ahead of the shot attempt. But now Pierre's speed is starting to dictate the pace of this game a little bit. Michelson's at the line for a 1-and-1. I didn't see who the foul is on. They're starting to wipe them away or not put them up. At any rate, front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Emily Michelson, her third in a row here in the second half. Now the Lady Govs have matched their biggest lead of the night at 12, 48-36. Second attempt coming is also good and a generous roll. So Pierre, who could not get to the free throw line hardly at all in the first half, doing a good job from the stripe here in the second half. Tolliver threads defenders and will put one up and in. Off the glass from the left side, Jordan Tolliver continues a solid game. She has 12 to lead Douglas. 49-38 on a scoreboard that just said 48-36, I thought, but maybe they were a little late in putting that last free throw from Michelson up. We'll go with what the scoreboard says here this time. Under 6 minutes to go, still a lot of time. Pierre needs to continue to value possessions. Here's Williams in front of the Lady Gov bench on the far side. Looked inside, found Gronland up top. Now Severin to Michelson, back right side. Kessler around High Hawk and is confronted. Nice job defensively by Michaela Grimm. Kessler unable to hit. Tolliver comes out of there with it. Up the near side. Comes up short off the right block. Gronland with the rebound, and we will have a travel called. Hallie Gronland had the rebound. She wasn't really getting pushed, but I'm sure she was getting coaxed to the floor in some aspect, and she is called for the travel. Just lost her balance. Couldn't keep the pivot foot down, so Douglas gets another opportunity, but not for long. Michelson takes the steal of the inbound pass. Stops on the left block. Feeds. Kessler is good on the right side. Here's defense really coming to life here, especially making some plays with their quickness. Here's High Hawk. 3 minutes gone, 5 to go. We're in the fourth quarter. Pierre by 13 at 51-38. Douglas 4-3 on the season. They do have a win over Spearfish, who, of course, their only victory of the season was that double overtime magic effort against the Lady Govs. In the win in the second game of the season, Douglas throws it away out of bounds, and Dwayne Wentz needs his team to settle down just a little bit here. 4:45 to go in the ball game. 60-second Coca-Cola break in the action. We're back after this. This is Lady Governor basketball.
Did you put more on that high-interest credit card this holiday season than you expected? Why not transfer that balance onto an Oahe Federal Credit Union credit card with a fixed rate of 9.9% APR, no balance transfer fees, and no annual fees? How could you go wrong? Stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
Top of the morning, TMA. This John, may I help you?
At TMA, top-notch service begins the moment you call for an appointment. John at TMA believes in customer service and quality work. When you need tires repaired or replaced, TMA is the place to go. Just remember, if it's round, rubber, and rolls, it's at TMA. You can count on TMA for all of your automotive needs, from tires to mufflers to all automotive repairs. Call TMA at 224-6167, and your service begins with...
Top of the morning, TMA. This John, may I help you?
Back at Douglas, I thought I saw a 60-second timeout indication. It was a 30-second timeout. Pierre has gone up the floor, and they've gotten a entry pass into Katie Williams, who was fouled in the act of shooting. Katie just attempting and missing her first of two. As we welcome you back. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play, thanking Rod Fisher for the opportunity to come out and get a look at the Lady Governors on the road here in Pierre. As Williams hits the second free throw, leading 52-38 in the fourth quarter. Tolliver fires a three and calls bank from the top of the key. Jordan Tolliver not ready to go quietly here. 52-41, Pierre in front. Here at Douglas tonight, they go to Yankton on Friday night. Here's a kick out. Kessler to Cody Severin for her third three of the night. So the three ball by Tolliver is answered by another one from Cody Severin. Severin with 9 in the night. Tolliver feeds inside Michaela Grimm. Tough turnaround, couldn't get it to go. And then we'll knock it out of bounds. And it goes to Pierre. We went to overtime in Oneida tonight in the boys game, 55-55. Now Sully Buttes leads 63-57 over Timberlake. Here's Kessler from Michelson, and the Lady Govs continue to play well under the basket and getting some high percentage shots. Tolliver just throws one up after she had to get around defenders. That was a tough shot, but she made it look easy. 57-43, Lady Governors still by a comfortable margin here. 3:15 to go. On the move, here comes Williams down the lane, and that one will find its way home. Katie Williams' first field goal, following up a free throw from a previous trip. 59-43, 3 minutes to play. Tolliver spins, will kick out. Jesslyn Jindra wants 3, and she brings that one out of the rafters and drains it home. Jesslyn Jindra with her third 3 of the night. Michelson's across the timeline. Stop and go behind the back to keep it away from Highhawk. Now Kessler on the far side over to Williams. Pivots, spins back. Severin's on the move. The runner comes up a little bit short as she fights for the rebound and takes it away to keep it alive. Refresh of the shot clock. Michelson gets hit hard on the left side, and she'll go to the line. And this will be Grimm. Michaela Grimm. The scoreboard says 4. That might be 5 because she made a beeline for the bench. And here comes Michelson to shoot a pair with 2:23 left in the ball game. The first one is good. 60-46. Aside from that double overtime loss at Spearfish for the Lady Govs, this is their high point total of the season. Highhawk with a rebound as Michelson misses her first of 6 free throw attempts of the night off the front of the rim. Highhawk loses the dribble into the hands of Severin. Up the floor comes Michelson again. She'll kick out Williams, slowing it down a bit. Here's Grondlin, was wide open, but Hallie a little bit out of her range outside the arc. Playing it patiently, under 2 minutes to play. Lady Govs, 14-point lead. Michelson from deep, too short, grazed off the front of the rim. Williams had a chance underneath, and then Severin got the loose ball, but was a little bit surprised, and she comes up short. And we will have a timeout called by the Patriots on their way up the floor with 1:40 to go, 60-46. Another Coca-Cola break in the action, this one for 60 seconds, and we're back with more Lady Governor basketball.
Experience the difference with Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center. Pierre Care and Rehab is proud of their 5-star overall rating according to Medicare.org, the official regulatory body of nursing homes. Along with their 5-star care center, they provide short-term targeted rehabilitation services, close observation, and skilled nursing after illness or surgery. Now accepting applications for CNA starting at $14.50 an hour after certification. Call 224-8628. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, your pathway to independence.
Push it, pull it, drag it to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. All month, we're giving you at least $2,000 for anything you trade in with an engine that's on 2, 3, or 4 wheels. We don't even care if it runs. Just trade it in at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre today, and we'll give you $2,000. Push, pull, drag. All month at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and go to gatewayflt.com. Nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal. Must purchase from dealer stocks. Some exclusions apply.
Back here in Box Elder, the Lady Governors 1 minute 40 seconds away from their first victory of the season, leading Douglas 60-46. It is over in Oneida. The Chargers defeat the 4th ranked Timberlake Panthers 67-57 in overtime. The girls also won their matchup in that doubleheader. Back at it, Nikkei Highhawk fires a 3 right side. It's no good. Severin with the rebound on the backside. And it is Michelson's job to get it up across the timeline, and Douglas will foul in the backcourt. That is number 10 for Douglas, so double bonus coming here for Emily Michelson. Emily's turned things on a little bit here in the second half, in the fourth quarter in particular, with 8 points, 10 in the half, 18 in the ball game. And she'll get 2 shots from the stripe here. First one is up and good. And again, I'm not sure who the foul was on because they may not have put it up on the board. Michelson's first one is good. Second one is also good. And if my calculations are correct, that'll be 20 points for the 5'6" senior. Scoring leader for the Lady Govs. Here's Tolliver for 3. That went off the back rim, no good. Nice job keeping it alive and putting it back home for Chantel Jones, who has her second field goal of the night. Williams got run over by Jones. We play on. Finds Kessler across the way. Now Michelson. Lady Govs again playing the second half without Mackenzie Rath. Mack is on the bench now. She did not start. I don't believe she started this second half in the gym. She probably stayed in the locker room. And hopefully it's more precautionary. We'll have to ask the coach in our postgame conversation how about the health of Mac Rath. But anyway, another foul here sends Kylie Kessler to the line, and another double bonus opportunity. The first one is good. Pierre doing a good job at the free throw line in the second half in particular. Second one for number Deuce, and that is good as well. Kylie with a good night at the line. 64-48, we're in the final minute. Tolliver too strong from 10 feet out on the runner. Jindra keeps it alive, and her shot on the putback is blocked away and out of bounds. So under 40 seconds to play. Pierre going to get their first victory of the season. Douglas's record will fall to 500 at 4-4. Baseline drive here for Tolliver, and boy, again, still trying to clear space, puts a scoop up. I thought that might have hit something behind the backboard, but Michelson comes down and out of there with it. And Emily is fouled at half court. She'll go to the free throw line and a chance to pad this lead. Start to finish victory here for in the lead all the way for the Lady Governors. They've been challenged. They were, Douglas kept much of this game in the 5 and 6 point range. Second one for Emily is good. She hit the first one as well. 66-48 as the lead continues to swell for the Lady Govs. Pierre wanted to play 32 minutes. I think they've got that. Tolliver leans in, misfires. It's picked up by Kessler. That's 15 turnovers here, and the Lady Govs will sit on it in the backcourt. And our 4-3-2-1 countdown comes to an end, and the Lady Governors are in the win column for the first time this season. On your final Gales Gas service scoreboard, the Pierre Lady Govs defeat Douglas by the score of 66-48. Lady Govs 1-8 on the season. Douglas, as mentioned, falls to 4-4. We'll give you their upcoming action coming up. We have a conversation with a head coach, Scott DeBoer, off of his first taste of victory for the season as well. And all that and more, plenty to come in our McDonald's postgame show, which begins after a 2-minute timeout as you're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Hey, DQ fans. Fridays, looking for a meal deal that's as yummy to your wallet as it is to your tummy? The DQ Chicken Strip Basket is loaded with 4 strips of 100% all white meat chicken tenderloin, crispy fries, Texas toast, and peppery country gravy for just $4.99. Sure, all those things are good on their own, but you put them together and you've got yourself a hunger-crushing basket full of DQ magic. Satisfy your craving for all this goodness with a DQ Chicken Strip Basket, just $4.99 only at your DQ.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects, and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
If one of your New Year's resolutions is to get into a new vehicle, the sales and leasing staff at Beck Motor Company would love to help you out. Get into a brand new Chevy Malibu for only $229 per month, just $449 for a Silverado, and only $249 on a Trax. Come see if leasing is right for you. Call us at 224-5912. Visit us online at www.beck-motors.com. Then stop out today. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back to Box Elder as the Lady Governors again in the win column for the first time this season as they defeat Douglas by the score of 66-48. Pierre leading it all quarter, stops 15-7 at the end of one. And then Douglas cut into that 8-point deficit by 2 in both the second and third quarters. It was 28-22 at half, 40-36, just a 4-point game going to the fourth quarter with the Lady Govs still in front, but Pierre got off to a good start and got to the free throw line quite a bit in that second half as well. And the Lady Governors outscored Pierre 26-12 in that fourth quarter. And again, with their first victory of the season. We will gear up either Scott DeBoer or Emily Michelson, who has come to join us as well, as soon as we can get our own chords in order here. And there's a headset for Emily Michelson. First of all, Emily, nice game. First win of the season. I suppose from your standpoint, it's about time, huh?
Yeah.
You guys played a great ball game, and this is a physical game. Coach DeBoer described Douglas as a reckless team, and they used that recklessness to get to the free throw line. It was a tough defensive assignment in the first half for you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they really play around fast, and we had to make sure we were on top of things and focus and know who we had at all times.
Yeah, so, and that Jordan Tolliver, their point guard, she does a good job. She just doesn't pick dribbles up, and that's something that you guys don't see very often. How tough is it to play against a player like that?
Yeah, it was good for us to practice our help defense and getting over and getting back and make sure we stayed on her.
I think all in all, you played a pretty good defensive game, but also the physical play that, I thought Hannah Lingle was playing real physical, but she just got some bad breaks, and it's kind of hard to play without one of your, not only her, but with Mac Rath going out of the game, you guys had to step up and fill some big shoes under the basket.
Yeah, it was good for our younger players to step up and get our other post players in to fix some foul trouble that we had.
So I just got a note from the coach saying you scored your 1,000th points of your career tonight. 20 points on the night, a lot of them from the free throw line in that fourth quarter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've been around for a while, but how's it feel to be among the elite in Lady Governor history here?
It feels good to be a part of this program.
It's and obviously you got to give credit to your teammates too. I mean, you've been able to create a lot of offense, but they help you out, don't they?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So now you get your first win, and now you try to build on that momentum. You got another long road trip Friday night. You go to Yankton. What do you think as you get back into, speaking of physical play, you'll probably see some of that Friday night. What's on your mind about that then?
Oh yeah, I think we're just coming off this win, and we're going to try to keep up our energy and keep our focus up for that game on Friday.
All right, Emily, proud of you. Good job.
Thank
1,000
you.
points in your first victory of the season. Go enjoy that, all right?
Thank you.
Emily Michelson, the standout point guard for the Pierre Lady Governors, is, again, 20 points to lead the way And we'll have a conversation with Scott DeBoer coming up in a little bit as well. By the way, you're listening to our McDonald's postgame show. Let's hear from McDonald's, and we have more in the postgame coming up after this.
McDonald's in Pierre is hiring. This is Stacy Lee, the general manager of the Pierre McDonald's. We are offering flexible scheduling, advancement opportunities, along with great wages. McDonald's in Pierre wants you. McDonald's in Pierre is looking to add more talent starting at $10 an hour. Plus, McDonald's Archways to Opportunity provides eligible employees online program to get your high school diploma for free. Tuition assistance up to $3,000 a year and scholarships. Apply online at mcdonalds.com/careers or stop in at McDonald's in Pierre.
This is the McDonald's postgame show. The Lady Governors win their first game of the season, 66-48. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play and a good ball game again played, especially in that fourth quarter. Pierre really kind of getting things speeding up and down the floor. 26-12, they outscored Douglas to win this one going away. In fact, they hit 14 of 16 free throws in that fourth quarter alone, 20 of 24 on the ball game, and they only had one attempt in the first half, which they missed. So they went 20 of 23 from the line in the second half in helping to seal the deal here. In the second half on the floor, the Lady Govs hit 8 of 17 shots. They're 20 of 37, better than 50% on the night, including 6 out of 14 from long range. We mentioned Emily Michelson leading the way with 20 points, including her 1,000th point of her high school career. Kylie Kessler played a good ball game. She'll finish with 18 points as well. And next in line, Cody Severin hitting three threes on the night. She hits for 9 points. Hannah Lingle in limited time goes for 6 points this evening. Mac Rath has 4. Kenzie Gronlin with 4. 3 points off the bench then for Katie Williams. And the Lady Govs with 66 on the board. For Douglas, who goes 10 of 27 in the second half, 16 of 45 on the floor on the night, 7 of 18 from long range, 9 of 13 from the free throw line, but 7 of 10 of that came in the first half. They get 17 points from their standout senior Jordan Tolliver to lead the way. Everybody else in singles with Jess Gindra, 3 threes for 9 points. 6 points for Chantel Jones, 6 more for Michaela Grimm. They get 5 for Nikkei Highhawk, 3 points for Lamara Castaneda from long range, and Alyssa Sandoval Jimenez with 2 points and a 66-48 win for the Lady Govs. More stats coming up, but a conversation with Scott DeBoer, the Lady Gov head coach. Coach, he gave me the note, Emily Michelson, 1,000 points in her career. That hasn't been done an awful lot in Pierre Lady Gov history, so a good night and a good victory, your first of the season, to have some good things happen here.
Yeah, I think she's the fourth to do it. She's the first one since Sid. And it's a testament to, first of all, it's a testament to the work she's put in. To be 5'4", 5'5", whatever she is, and the longevity of the impact she's had on the program. And so I think, those are the two things that anybody can take away, and we hopefully kids in our program are taking away. You can tell the girls that put time in and get in the gym and try to work to improve themselves, because you've seen a lot of growth from her, and I think, she's been really good this season as far as fighting through a lot of different looks defensively, and she's getting the best shot of the best defender every single night, and still, able to put up 22 tonight, and you could tell that she was the object of their focus too.
I thought I added my scores up and had only 64 instead of 66, so she must have had another one in there, so I guess I'll give her another one. That sounds pretty good, 22 points. Physical game tonight, though, in that first half, and Hannah Lingle, I thought, was playing really well, just didn't get an opportunity to do a heck of a lot. And, I think she just got the short end of the stick on some of these physical plays that really needed to be made. I really thought she played pretty well, though.
Right, and you and I talked in the pregame about the importance of being inside out and trying to get a post presence established, and I think you could see that coming a little bit in the first half, but Matt goes down with her injury in the first half, pretty early in the first half. Hannah goes out with her 5th foul pretty early in the first half, and the 4 and 5 were bang enough that I thought maybe we could try to sneak a couple possessions since we were sitting in the zone, and just kind of freak plays that you never know if they happen. If she sits out for 4 minutes and comes back in, it's the next play. It's hard to play that foul game when you want to just try to stay with your rotation, and so right, wrong, or indifferent, that's kind of what we went with, and unfortunately she got dinged with one that I felt like she probably didn't deserve. But
looks like Mac Rath got fallen on that left shoulder. What does it look like for her?
They made it sound like a AC sprain of that joint in your shoulder, which kind of indefinite until you can really mess around with it with some rehab stuff. And, I think she'll be diligent about that stuff, but we just got to see, it's a sprain, so sometimes sprains are worse than breaks. You just never know how it ends up. Their trainer thought it looked okay as far as, promising. So who knows? We'll see where we're at.
Well, we'll hope for the best there. Good team win all around. Good balance scoring. Kylie had a good game tonight with 18 points. Also, like Emily, shooting the ball well from the free throw line, and I think that's what you need going forward. We talk a little bit about balance in the pregame as well, and I'm impressed with what you got tonight.
Right, and that's a big step for Kylie to be able to step up and hit shots when she's open. She needs to be able to do that. Cody's the same way. She needs to be able to step up and find that corner three that she loves and trust that it's going in. We're probably not going to be balanced most nights as far as our 5 and 10 or in double figures, but we need to be balanced beyond Emily and be balanced with our threats. So I think you're right in that we were able to do that tonight.
So good to get the first win. Hopefully that builds a little momentum now as you go to Yankton on Friday night. That won't be very easy, obviously, but it's a winnable game for you, I think.
Yeah, I think the message has been every game we've played has been winnable. We just have shot ourselves in the foot for 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time, and just we just don't have that wiggle room to play with. And Yankton's a lot like us. I think they probably feel like every game's a winnable game. They're just a little bit up and down. They've been able to get a couple early, but that's certainly one we feel like we can go win. I think our girls tonight are able to be honest about, wanting to pursue that win and go after it. But we're going to have to play well, and it's a long trip that we tend to be a little sluggish in, so we've got to make sure our focus is where it needs to be, tomorrow and Thursday, but then Friday when we get down there.
All right, Coach, long trip on a late night here, so we'll let you go, and good luck Friday. We'll see you in Sioux Falls next week.
All right, thanks.
Scott DeBoer, the Lady Governor head coach, and the Pierre Lady Govs get their first win of the season tonight. 66-48 over the Douglas Lady Patriots. As the rest of the stats in this one, Pierre with a rebounding advantage of 26-19 overall, although Douglas gets the offensive edge 8-6. Pierre with 11 turnovers and only 3 in the second half, so that's a good number. 15 overall for Douglas, and I should have asked Coach about the passing game as well. 15 assists. That's always one of my favorite assists or favorite statistics to pass along. 15 for Pierce, 7 for Douglas. But if you're getting a lot of assists, obviously you're getting the ball swung around quite well and getting it inside and getting some open looks and taking advantage of those as well. And I think that's a good indication of Pierre's 18-point victory here tonight, 66-48. We have some business to take care of yet. Our big play of the game and also your player of the game. We'll start with a big play of the game from Hermanson Endodontics, and we'll hear from them and we'll tell you when this game turned in Pierre's favor for good. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball.
Dr. Brian Hermanson is proud to return home and serve Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that's not only comfortable but has a quality first emphasis. They believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, they can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics. I don't really have anything in particular outside of, I guess, what we can call Emily Michelson's 1,000th point in her career, whenever that occurred. I don't know exactly which point it was, but congratulations to the senior Emily Michelson, the only the fourth Lady Gov, as Coach DeBoer mentioned, as hitting the 1,000-point club in Lady Governor history. So that could be the point or the play of the game. But really, I thought the synopsis of the plays of the game was the way the Lady Govs turned a physical game into a speed game. They were able to use that defense, turn it into transition baskets. In that fourth quarter, they got to the free throw line. They did a great job hitting free throws down the stretch, 20 of 24 in the game, 14 of 16 in the fourth quarter. Those are a few of the plays of the game in this one that spelled a 66-48 win for the Lady Govs. Plays of the game sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics of Pierre. And we have a player of the game to announce as well. Jordan Tolliver will give her honorable mention, leading the Douglas Patriots in a 17-point effort in the losing cause. We've got some people to look at, though, and we'll think about it after you hear from our big play, or I should say our player of the game sponsor, and that is Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre.
There's a reason they call it Champs Chicken. It knocks out the competition hands down. Stop by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre and pick up a 12-piece bucket of chicken for just $17.99. Cowboy Country Stores feature pizza, appetizers, coffee, cappuccino, lattes, and freshly baked pastries. Cowboy Country Stores on Harrison and in Fort Pierre also serve breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Eggs, omelets, breakfast meats, toast, and breakfast pizza. On the go to sporting events, activities, or just to the field, Cowboy Country Stores always feature great foods and coffee. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores player of the game with honorable mention to Emily Michelson, her 1,000th point and a 22-point night to lead all scorers tonight. But Kylie Kessler's 18 points I thought was as good of an 18-point night as I've seen her play in the last 3 years. She played very well, hit free throws well. 7 out of 10 tonight, but 18 points in a very well-played game for Kylie Kessler. She will be our player of the game, and that's sponsored by Cowboy Country Store. She'll get the T-shirt noting her accomplishments in helping lead the Lady Govs to their first victory of the season. So the Lady Govs 1-8 on the season. They go to Yankton on Friday night on River 92.7. They have a trip to Sioux Falls Roosevelt back on the AM side next Thursday night. That'll be our next broadcast over on the AM. The Governors are at home at Riggs High Gym Thursday night against Sturgis for a 7 o'clock tip, and they go to Harrisburg at 2:30 Saturday afternoon. All of the rest of those games, Govs and Lady Govs, the rest of this week here on River 92.7. Governor Wrestling will be on the AM side on Friday night with a doubleheader with Brandon Valley and Watertown starting at 6 o'clock, 5:40 pregame. I'll have that one on KGFX AM on Friday night. So it's been a good night for the Pierre Lady Governors as they get their first win of the season. Primetime Paul has been our technical director back in studio, and we thank our sponsors for helping us give you Lady Governor basketball in your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, River 92.7. Our live stream has been running all night long, and once we end things there, this game will be available for playback on our YouTube channel, River 92.7. Lady Governor, don't forget on your way home, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to avoid a kiss with death and plan a designated driver, and they also remind you that snow means slow. Please drive for the conditions. Reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Tonight's game brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West, Beck Motors, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, Overhead Door, the Dairy Queen, Avera Medical Group, and Gateway Ford, Lincoln, Toyota. Also, tonight's game sponsored by the Pitts Corporation, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Lynn's Dakota Mart, First Dakota National Bank, May Haddam, the Ramcota Hotel, Montana Dakota Utilities, Arby's, and Wagner Auto, and by the Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, TMA, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Edgewood Senior Living. And the game brought to you within the contest by Potsdam State Farm Insurance, Smith Plumbing, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Olson Plumbing, Envirotech, South Dakota's Attorney General's Office, by Comtech, Coca-Cola Modeling, Leiden & Associates, McDonald's, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Your final Gales Gas scoreboard, the Lady Governors 66 and Douglas 48. For Primetime Paul and for Rod Fisher, I'm Brian Oakland, Dakota Radio Group Sports. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.